Beginning in a day or two, we will celebrate the most important day in the history of humankind, the Passover, due to pagan festivals being Christianized into the churches along with false teachings thanks to the traditions of men. Once again, I will explain this special event, not to ever be named Easter again. Leviticus chapter 23 tells us when the feasts are to be observed. Some are confused because we do not use the same calendar as did the Levitical priesthood. We will try to help explain it. First, you will need a modern-day calendar with the date of the vernal equinox and the autumnal equinox marked on it. The vernal equinox is the first day of spring, as the autumnal equinox is the first day of autumn. The Levitical priesthood used the solar calendar to find the feast days as commanded by Leviticus chapter 23. The solar calendar is based on 7 jubilees, 7 50s, plus the 15-day count to Passover. Leviticus chapter 23 verse 5, we start with the vernal equinox, spring equinox, and count 14 days. The next day is Passover. The 14th day at evening begins Passover. The Hebrew day actually started at sunset, so one 24-hour day began at sunset and ended at sunset the next day, which then started a new day. Beginning the day after Passover, 14 plus 1 equals 15, we start counting to 50. The 50th day after Passover is Pentecost. After Pentecost we count a second 50, then a third 50, and so forth till we come back around to the spring equinox. That is how to count the days in a solar year. 15 plus 7 times 50 equals 365. Every fourth year an extra day was added, just as today's leap year. More on that as we learn how to find the Feast of Tabernacles. Now to find the Feast of Tabernacles, let us start again. We have the vernal equinox, spring equinox, and count 14 days. The next day is Passover. The day after Passover we count 1 jubilee, this is Pentecost. Keep counting the second jubilee, and then the third, 15 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50. This day is known as the Feast of Trumpets, and 15 days after the Feast of Trumpets is the Feast of Tabernacles, but 10 days after the Feast of Trumpets is the Day of Atonement. Leviticus chapter 23 verse 27. The Feast of Tabernacles lasts for 7 days, and at the end of the 7 days is the autumnal equinox. Every fourth year the Feast of Tabernacles is extended to 8 days, and that was checked by the autumnal equinox. Since every year the vernal equinox is a 1/4 day longer, this is where the extra day would be added.